Welcome to another edition of The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. It's everything about the outdoors. Take it away, guys.
Good morning. Welcome to the Good Outdoors radio show here on 99.5 Kicks Country. I'm Daryl Nichols here at the Black Crow Studios in Valdosta, Georgia. And got a special guest in here this morning with me. That's Mr. Ronnie Brooks. That sounds a little better. Yeah. Like that. And they get some sound in my earphones there. I'm sitting in for Ronnie Colbert is Mr. Matt Brooks. I think I said that wrong, didn't I?
Yeah. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You know, we got Ronnie going in for a little surgery this morning. We're going to keep him in our thoughts and prayers, and just hope everything turns out all right, as I'm sure it will. He'll be in very capable hands there at South Georgia Medical Center, I believe. And keep him in our thoughts and prayers. We're Steveless right now. Don't know what's going on with him. Hadn't heard from him. I don't know if he's just running a little bit late. You know, I don't know what's happening with him this morning. Do you?
I ain't heard nothing from him.
Ain't no telling. We got lots of things going on today. Look who just walks in the studio.
Mind calendar screw things up.
Blame it on the mind calendar.
It slowed your clock down, didn't it?
Yeah, we got some good things going on. We're going to give away our free hunting fishing trip today. We have 4 people that are qualified for this, and we're actually going to give that away today. Give that away today.
Big day.
Been looking forward to this day for a while. We've got Dusty Nolan, Melissa Swain, Amanda Taylor, and Josh Hay, all 4 qualifiers for this, and we're gonna make that happen.
Yes, sir. Good luck to everybody
right.
on that. It's been something that's building up ever since we got on air. We're excited about it. It's a big deal. You can pick out whatever you want to do. Hunting trip of a lifetime, fishing trip of a lifetime. You tell us what you want to do, and we're going to make it happen. So, exciting morning this morning.
Exciting morning, man.
Now, of course, at 5:11, we're all going to fly off the Earth, and it ain't going to matter no how.
But is that the time that's been?
It is, yes.
Really?
That's when the planets are all going to align. Zero gravity is going to take place, and we will fly off the Earth, and then the pressure is going to get to a point where the Earth explodes. I don't know how far off the planet we're going to be when the explosion happens, but really don't think it's going to matter much.
5:11 a.m. Eastern time?
5:11 a.m. Eastern time. So we will die on air.
Wow. That's something.
Exciting stuff.
I saw earlier where Ashley Coombs thought the world had already ended. I think a pine cone fell on the roof of his house and scared him to death.
I get you. I tell you, it was a little bit weird when I got up, and I still ain't figured out how I was 2 minutes off my schedule, it looks like, but don't know how that happened. But things started off weird at the house. I got up and I walked outside, and the wind was blowing very hard, very hard. I said, well, that's kind of odd. I hadn't seen that in a while, and it was cool. Got in the car, turned the radio on, and this cat that does the overnight show was talking to someone who was fleeing the city because of a cannibal event that happened in Miami.
Oh, really?
Now, this guy lived in Los Angeles, mind you, but he had gotten so freaked out that the cannibal attack occurred in Miami.
What?
That he was leaving. So
is this
I thought,
a recent cannibal attack? Because there was one earlier this year in Miami.
No, I thought it was. I thought it was a reason. I thought something, man, there's a bunch of zombies, because they started talking about zombies and multiple people cannibalizing people, and I thought, man, something bad's going on here. So I started Googling on my phone while I was driving, while I shouldn't have been. Then he said it was the cannibal attack that happened a few months back, so I relaxed a little bit. And
so he just got scared enough to leave town, I reckon.
It just started bothering him, and he can't afford to get out of town. He's getting out of town to process it and for his own protection, but he can't afford to take his family and protect them. So it was a fiasco.
Really?
Oh yeah, sounded like a pretty good issue there.
Oh man, yeah, I was just looked up the rare planetary alignment. There's actually 6 planets going to align.
Yeah, now that is factual there.
Yeah, yep, 6 of them. And beginning today and lasting for a few weeks, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars will be visible in the early morning sky, aligned roughly along the ecliptic, or the path the sun travels throughout the day. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's going to happen. You know, it said on the news last night that upwards of 1 million people will wake up this morning in a bunker underground in fear that something bad is going to happen. So they're not taking any chances. Over 1 million people are underground in bomb shelters at home or stuff like that, doomsday type things. They've stocked up on canned goods, water, and I just hope they left word with their neighbor to come knock on the bomb shelter door to let them know everything's okay.
Yeah,
they're gonna be stuck in there.
How they're gonna know that it didn't happen?
Yeah, like that
I
movie.
Guess they got movie or TV.
That movie a long time ago with Brendan Fraser in it, where his parents they thought a nuclear bomb coming. They'd been underground for like 20 years, raised him underground. And somehow he figured out if he got out, that's what's going to happen.
Oh my God, there's life out there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy talk.
The Maya end of days fever reaches climax in Mexico, and people going crazy down there too.
Gonna party like it's 1999, baby.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it alone because I think we're gonna be totally fine. I got a lot of work to do today anyway. So.
My thing is why you want to prepare for all this, because there ain't nothing you can do about it.
No, there ain't nothing you can do about it. They asked one guy on there, he said, what you going to do on your last day on Earth? He goes, you know what? I've decided I'm going Christmas shopping.
There you go.
He ain't doing nothing different. Oh, boy.
Ooh, man.
Yeah. If they were reading the same Bible I read, they just relax.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. No man's going to know. So, anyway. Hey, our thoughts are with our fearless counterpart there. Ronnie's up in the hospital. Y'all may have talked about that during the minute I was out, but he is having his.
I think he's on his way. He's going to be up there about 6. Maybe he'll give us a call before he gets in there this morning.
Yeah, when people make that decision to have a sex change operation, they are fired up and excited about it, and he's no different. He's ready to get it done. See what the other side's like. I'm gonna take his word for it.
You got some college football games happening this weekend, and the bowl games firing back off. Central Florida at Ball State, and then that's today. That's tonight at 7:30. Tomorrow we've got Eastern Carolina at Louisiana Lafayette, and Washington at Boise State. And I think
that might be a good game.
Yep. And then we'll have a couple of days off and come back to 24th and 26th, and they start firing off then right here at Christmas now.
Yeah, usually your serious ones start off, right after Christmas.
So. And that's about right, The better games are going to be then.
January 1st is always a big day. I know the Dogs play that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then the big one, I think, is January the 7th, where we all get to watch what we already know what's going to happen.
The inevitable.
Teach the Notre Dame Fighting Irish a lesson.
The inevitable is going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Notre Dame is 5-0, I think, or something like that, when they play an SEC team in a bowl game. Anyway, they're going to, whatever their record is, they're going to be 6-0 now.
You mean 0-6?
0-6. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Whatever. I don't know what I said.
You had a 0 and a 6. That was right. It's just the order was wrong.
I screwed up there.
Yeah. Notre Dame's a good team. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you go undefeated in the year, you did good. There's no doubt about it. And I wouldn't bet on the game. I just, I just believe with all my heart that Nick Saban ain't going to let it slip away. He just tends to, when he gets it in his grasp, he capitalizes on it. And, yeah, roll tide, one says. I'm so sick of hearing that. So sick of them. I mean, they don't even know. I mean, they're the Alabama Crimson Tide, and they have an elephant for mascot. Teams in Alabama are screwed up. You got Auburn, who are the Auburn Tigers, but yet their mascot is an eagle. And
I don't understand.
They run around
that
saying War Eagle. Nobody does. Nobody understands it.
What in the world's going on?
Even the Auburn fans don't understand it. They just deal with it.
Auburn Tigers and the Eagle.
Eric Blades could be listening. Maybe he could explain it to us. I don't know. Maybe. He's a big Auburn fan. He's always been weird like that.
Chris Shipman might be listening. Chris, if you listen, call in and explain that to me, because I don't understand it. 229-253-0995. I know you're a big Auburn fan, and I'm sorry for you, especially this year. But yeah, anyway. Hey, old Bulldog posted something on Facebook here. You got to see that, Steve. It's a BZ Tunes about Bigfoot.
Oh yeah.
It says a guy walking. It shows a guy like hiking through the forest, and he runs up on Bigfoot, and he says, "I've always imagined you differently." And it got a little dude standing here, looks like a midget with huge feet, and that is just hilarious, Bulldog. You see that, Matt?
It looks like a tater.
It looks like a tater with some big old feet on it. Yeah, Ronnie. If you're listening out here, Bulldog sends his prayers this morning, as do a lot of other people. And Chad's chiming in and saying good morning. And I know Bulldog, he's posted on there something really funny. Guess it's going to be Big Darren Little Dummy today.
Yeah, he keeps talking that yang. He'd be better off meeting Bigfoot before our death match. He'd come out better.
Me and Bulldog set us up a fishing trip for after the first of the year yesterday. We kind of talked a little bit, and we're going to get out there, and he's going to show me how to fish, I hope. Hey, you know, the post that we've been talking about has 37,000 likes and over 7,000 shares now. That's a lot.
Yep, it's went viral.
It has went viral.
It's an interesting thing. I look at it and I'm just amazed at how it's going, how it's trending. But it's a passionate subject. And that, on Facebook and social media, you know, you get a lot of people posting, you know, just comments. You know, just it's social. It's just like being there with the person, talking. Like Chad Everett 5 minutes ago, he says, "Good morning, fellas. Have a great day." You know, posts like that. He's got a like on there. But you put something on there that strikes a nerve, and it's amazing to watch it. And of course, guns and religion are very passionate. A lot of people are going to comment on it. And, you know, I finally quit reading some of the comments because it starts, it starts getting me upset. And if I keep reading it, and I want to get in there and I want to start arguing, and I guess that's somewhat human nature. But you know, you're not going to change anybody's mind. You get your opinion out there, and hopefully it stays clean and cool. We haven't monitored the comments. There's just so many of them, I think.
I've monitored a few, and the ones that I have seen on there that has gotten some really bad words going, I take them off.
Yeah, everybody's got to listen. This is a family show. We don't want any curse words or anything on the Facebook or social media or call-ins or anything for that matter. But we're going to gear up real quick and take a break. You listen to the Good Outdoors. Appreciate you being with us. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Everyone knows that Eagle Auto Repair in Lake Park, Georgia is the best place to get your vehicle back in shape and keep it there. But did you know they're also a certified U-Haul provider? That's right. If you are moving somewhere or pulling a car or truck and need help, Eagle Auto Repair can hook you up. No matter if it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. Might as well leave your car for service while you move. That's multitasking. Eagle Auto Repair, 321 Lakes Boulevard in beautiful Lake Park, Georgia. Stop by or give Ronnie a call at 229-559-1999.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
Southern Ocean Sports at 1607 North Ashley Street, Valdosta has been the South's premier dive shop for over 26 years. SOS is a NAUI accredited dive shop and teaches everything from open water dive classes right up to instructor. Come learn to dive with Dave Stone of the History Channel's hit show Axemen. Southern Ocean Sports also has a complete line of paintball guns and accessories, as well as the only skateboard shop in town. Stop by Southern Ocean Sports at 1607 North Ashley Street, Valdosta, or give them a call at 229-244-4084.
Crystal River Seafood, located at 958 North St. Augustine Road, is simply described as the best fresh seafood in South Georgia. Fresh is the key word here. No matter what you crave, from shrimp to fish, grilled to fried, Crystal River Seafood has it all. The service is second to none, and the atmosphere is typical Southern hospitality. So if you want to treat yourself to a fine, fresh seafood dinner with the family, or enjoy a nice lunch special, it's Crystal River Seafood in Valdosta, Georgia, just down from Tractor Supply on North St. Augustine Road.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun. talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Yeah, welcome back this morning, man. I tell you, it's Friday, and I'm excited, man. We got Christmas coming up. Just good things happening all weekend long. A lot of people's going to have a 4-day weekend here, and I'm one of them. I'm going to be, well, I don't know. I may have to work some tomorrow, but I should have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. What about y'all at Eagle Auto, Matt? Y'all going to close Monday or be open?
We're going to be open till 2.
2 o'clock. Somebody can go down there and get some tires or brakes or something. Hey, I'm coming to get Michelle's oil change today, by the way.
All right.
Cars do break on Christmas Eve, that's for sure.
That's right. And y'all get a lot of, a pretty good, I can't say a lot, but a pretty good business off the interstate.
Yeah, we get a decent amount of business off the interstate because, I mean, we're right there near the interstate. You know, it's a pretty common stopping place. People coming in from Florida and going in, you know.
And I bet it feels good to be able to help somebody like that when they're on the road.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it makes you feel good when you hear the stories of people trying to get to family, you know, for the holidays and stuff, and you're able to help them out.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize, what y'all do, and I didn't really, I know the good work that you guys do down there, but I was there the Friday we were doing the parade float for a little while that afternoon, and somebody came in about 5 o'clock or called, and it was broke down way the other side of Statenville with their trailer. The camper trailer had some flat tires. And you and another guy just jumped in your truck and went down there and got them and got them outside the road.
Yeah, we do that. I mean,
yeah. That's pretty good.
When we're able to. I mean, we're kind of limited on a staff that we have. You know, we got the right amount of people in place to do what we need to do. And if we're able to do it, we don't mind it.
Well, you talk about limited on staff. I mean, yeah, I can understand limited when you deal with somebody like Kyle.
Limited capacity there. Minimum capacity.
Limited.
I tell you, they helped me out yesterday. My weird thing on my car, my wife's car, is to say both low beam headlights went out. So when you were going down the road and you had your brights on and you clicked down the dim, you didn't have no lights. So we were having to drive around with bright lights. And they hooked me up, went down there and just took just a few minutes. They got on it and replaced the headlights. So they do a great job, man.
It helps
great
when
job.
you know what you're doing. It took me like 45 minutes to replace the headlight in my truck one day. It helps when you know what the heck you're doing. Ooh, man.
I saw on the news last night, and I just pulled it up here on the internet. You know how they got hamburgers, and then the health craze has come about, and they're trying to find out how to reduce the fat in there. And then you got some restaurants use soybean byproducts to make hamburgers, and you got turkey burgers coming. Some restaurant chain yesterday announced that they've got a wrapper that you can eat the wrapper and the burger and all, and you don't have to worry about throwing the wrapper away. But the big news is they've decided that mealworms are now going to be the next craze to add to the chicken, beef, or pork and make it go a little further. So,
did you just say mealworms?
I did say mealworms. I sure did.
Those are a lot like maggots to me.
They are. They are a little crunchy, little mealworm. Going to make.
There ain't no way in the world you could cook them and make me eat them.
Well, I think it's going to be like McDonald's hamburgers. We ate them for 10 years before we realized soybeans were in them.
I don't mind soybeans.
Well, you don't mind it because you ate it for 10 years and you knew it was good. So if you eat mealworms for 10 years and they finally announce, for 10 years you've been eating mealworms in your hamburger. That's kind of gross, but it does taste all right. I'm gonna keep eating them.
So I think I'm gonna magically become a vegetarian.
Is it gonna? Are they talking about doing an additive with them like a soybean, or are they talking about putting them on top like a condiment?
I do not know that. It says conventional livestock take up so much in the way of environmental resources that some have long suggested that creatures lower down in the food chain, such as insects, be used and might in theory provide just as much protein in a more environmentally friendly way. So I don't know.
Wow. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, I was watching I'm not a big fan of these shows, but I watched a little bit of the X Factor this year off and on a little bit. Country music is alive and well in today's society. Tate Stevens won the X Factor last night. That dude can sing.
What is it? I don't even know what X Factor is.
It's another one of them singing songs.
Like American Idol?
Yeah, like American Idol. Simon Cowell spin off of it. And it's actually pretty good. They had him and a 13-year-old girl up there. I can't remember her name. Carly Rose something was her name. Now she's 13 years old. That girl can sing like Mariah Carey. She's good. But Tate, now these two people have been in the top. Michelle was telling me about it all. been in the top 2 the whole time, and Tate won. Now, 37 years old, had to put his life on hold, or put his career on hold several years ago for life, for family and all. But the man can sing. He can sing some country music like you wouldn't believe. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching bits and pieces of that last night. Just wanted to weigh in on
that. I'm a Fox News junkie. I can't watch anything when I get home. I don't know what it is. I just can't not watch it. I was watching the vote on the fiscal cliff stuff last night, which did not get anywhere. It's looking like we are going to head over the fiscal cliff unless somebody stands up and does something. That's not going to be good, man. It's we're not a news show, but I tell you, I wish they'd get that straight, because our taxes are about to go through the roof. You're fixing to get a $35 to $40 decrease in your bring home pay automatically.
Oh yeah,
and taxes all across the board are going to go up.
But that's going to hurt too. Even you say $35, $40, that ain't much. Yeah, on today, somebody's chiming in. Yeah, it does. It hurts a lot.
Well,
it really does.
Think about this. This is what I can't figure out. The gas prices. Okay, you take a guy that works at McDonald's, never been late for work, very good employee, works his tail off. He's limited to 40 hours a week, so he makes the same paycheck every week, week in and week out. If this tax comes back to into play here, he's going to lose about $30 a week out of his pay, which is about $120 a month. That comes right out of
that's a quarter of a tank of gas.
Comes right out of his gas tank. So I mean I don't know. It's not going to be good. Not going to be good.
No, it's not. It's not going to be good at all.
And that's $120 he's not going to spend at Walmart or at the grocery store or at
it's going to hurt the
Fisherman's
economy
Paradise, or wherever. Speaking of Fisherman's Paradise, don't forget to go by and register for the contest.
Yeah.
It's going to be given away tomorrow at 2:00. So, got to listen to the Good Outdoors. Got to go in there and tell them you listen to the Good Outdoors and you want to register for the contest for a $100 shopping spree. We're going to mention that again later in the show. So
y'all get by there and sign. That's the only way. You got to go in there and tell them, I'm here for the Good Outdoors. So, you got to go by there, because he's doing this contest. It's by the Good Outdoors. If you don't tell him you came in for the Good Outdoors, you're not going to be entered in the contest.
That's
so
exactly
you need to go
right.
by there, man, on your way home today.
All right.
Yeah, don't forget. Don't forget to do it. We all need to go there. Juan, you got to go by there too. I know you like to fish, don't you?
Well, I like to fish at the grocery store, he said.
Well, you always catch one there, don't you? That's good. Good.
Yeah, that's pretty good odds there. Fishing at the grocery store. That's pretty good one.
Yeah. I tell you, this doomsday stuff, it stimulated the economy. There ain't no doubt about that. All the people rushed out and bought generators. They bought meals ready to eat, water, ragu, whatever they bought, stocked up their bomb shelters, flashlight batteries and weather radios, which if the world ends, I don't know who's going to be on the airways unless it's us. If anybody can pull that off, it's us. So different ways to stimulate the economy there, I guess.
Oh, man.
What's the point in a generator? Because you can't get no gas for it.
Well, I guess they stocked up on gas. I don't know. Put some Stay-Bill in the gas can. I don't know what they did. I don't know. It don't make none of it makes sense. You start thinking about it. None of it makes sense. It's like you said earlier. If the world's going to end, they ain't preparing for it.
No.
In your heart, you got to prepare. To meet your maker. But other than that, there ain't a lot of preparation. But
in plain and simply, if you're in a bunker underground when the world ends, you got to understand this. The world's going to end. So it's going to end. Even the bunker is going to end.
Exactly.
You underground, the world is going to end, dude.
You might as well get your lawn chair and go sit out in the middle of the field and just say, here I am.
Take it like a man.
Just enjoy it. Just embrace it, man.
I see where Tim Tebow's single again.
Oh, yeah. He broke up with the old girl yesterday. He's got some issues there. He's probably going to be traded. He can't start.
He got passed over for the job, by Rex Ryan.
Well, you got to analyze every situation. You analyze the psychosis and the upbringing, and it all started when Tim Tebow, on that fateful day, said, I want to sign with the University of Florida. He didn't realize it, but his career actually started a downward spiral at that moment. It was tricky because he won the Heisman Trophy, so he thought he had it made, but in the end, the prophecy was fulfilled, and he was penalized for being a Florida Gator. That's it. Ain't no doubt about it. It's just the way that works, you know.
Uh-huh. Yep. You know what? He may not be the perfect quarterback, but he is a heck of a team leader. You know, he was in college football. I have to give him the respect, you know, on that part of it. I do anyway. I don't know.
No, he's an excellent young man, excellent college quarterback. It just not it's just not translated into the NFL. And I mean, it's not just him. So many times it hadn't. You know, Matt Leinart, you know, from USC, lit up the scoreboard at USC as a quarterback, drafted #1 overall, signed a multi-gazillion-dollar contract, and he can't hack it neither. Ryan Leaf from the University of Washington years ago, he was probably one of the first and most notable flops. I think he's in jail now or something, but it don't always work out, you know. Just because you succeed in college don't mean you're going to succeed in the pros. And then you got people like Tom Brady, who was drafted 6th, you know, and look what happened to him, you know. Joe Montana, same way.
Yeah.
So there's diamonds in the rough, you know. Our man, you know, Matt Ryan for the Falcons, you know, he was drafted on up there, but nobody honestly predicted that he'd be the quarterback he is now, and he's having great success when you look at his stats.
He sure is.
You know, fantastic. I'm fired up about our camping trip. We touched on it yesterday, and then Daryl talked about it off the air. We're going to have a family fun day in the good outdoors, maybe around March or April or something when the weather's right and more conducive for camping. We're going to invite everybody out to maybe like Reed Bingham State Park, have fun for the kids, games, give away some T-shirts and stuff, and have a good old time. But we'll talk more about that. We're going to be back here in about 3 minutes. We're talking the good outdoors. Stay tuned.
Drop by Bailey's Custom Meats at 1646 Clay Road in Valdosta and fill your freezer with the finest meats around. We will custom cut your steaks any way you want them. If it's not what you like, just tell us and we'll recut it. This Friday and Saturday, we are selling bone-in New York strips for $4.99 a pound. We also have the Pick 5 for $19.99. Don't forget, we also process your deer that you take into Good Outdoors. Just quarter it and put it in the cooler. Hamburger, cube steak, or sausage, however you want it. Come by and see Mike and the gang at Bailey's Custom Meats today. We sell the meats your mama raised you on.
Triangle Discount Corner is a true discount and convenience store. Located at the intersection of River Street and St. Augustine Road, it's very easy to zip in and zip right back out. Triangle Discount Corner is all about convenience and discounts. Ice-cold beverages, coffee, snacks, last-minute needs, or filling up that gas tank in a flash is what we're all about. Wheel into Triangle Discount Corner today and tell them you listen to the Good Outdoors on Kicks Country 99.5 and get you a nice hot cup of coffee for a quarter. But you got to get there before 9 a.m. That's Triangle Discount Corner at the corner of River Street and St. Augustine and Valdosta.
Horizon RV in Lake Park, Georgia is your family-friendly RV dealer. Horizon carries a great selection of new as well as pre-owned RVs. Horizon owner B.K. Eisen created an RV dealership with a strong focus on its customers and the personal service it provides. The complete line of Coachman Freedom travel trailers is simply unbelievable, and the RV accessory and service department is second to none. If you need financing, Horizon RV has the best RV financing in Georgia. So stop by Horizon RV at 5343 Mill Store Road in Lake Park, Georgia, and take an RV to the Good Outdoors.
Hey, Dad?
Yes, Dawson?
Is there a limit on how many clay pigeons you can shoot?
Well, son, you really don't kill a clay pigeon since it's not alive to begin with.
Is there a limit on how many skeets you can shoot?
No, Dawson, there is not a limit. Usually here at Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail, we just see how many we can hit. And they are not called skeet, but I will explain that later.
Well, it wouldn't really matter if there was a limit for you.
Dawson, just because I run Southwind doesn't mean I shoot all the time.
That's not what I mean, Dad.
But what do you mean, Dawson?
If there was a limit, you wouldn't ever be in danger of going over it.
Are you saying I'm a bad shot?
Maybe you just need more practice.
Come see us today at Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river in Brooks County, or visit our website at southwindclaysandquail.com for more information on quail hunts or rifle and pistol range or sporting clays.
You missed again, Dad.
Okay, son, let's keep moving.
Sweet Tea Smokehouse, Adel, baby. Stop by for lunch Monday through Friday, and Teresa will sit you down to the absolute finest barbecue sandwich you can find. Located a quarter-mile north of Cook County Ford in Adel, Georgia, Sweet Tea Smokehouse has the finest pork ribs and chicken in South Georgia. Teresa just introduced her new chicken wings to the public, and I'm telling you, they are a life-changing event. Sweet Tea Smokehouse is also open every Thursday and Friday evening from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Stop by Sweet Tea Smokehouse at 701 South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel, or call your order ahead at 229-896-1665.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. We're going to get back into the outdoors and talk a little bit about some duck hunting activity and what's going on across. It's been unseasonably dry and warm across much of the United States. And, duck hunters everywhere argue a little bit about, is it better when there's a lot of water? Is it better when a little bit of water? Matt here, he's an avid duck hunter. I don't do a lot of duck hunting, but it's hunting. I support it. But, across the nation, a lot of people like it when it gets a little dry, depending on what species of duck or goose you're hunting. And but one of the main things that everybody wants is some cold weather, and it just has not been cold. I talked to a group that had been out in Arkansas this year hunting, and they're headed back now because some cold weather's come through. But it was absolutely miserable out there. No ducks flying, hot. Dry, just the same old complaints that you always get. But it seems like when them temperatures plummet, it gets them ducks moving. I guess because they're migratory. You like the low water levels or the high water levels, Matt?
I like a little more water, especially for the areas that I hunt.
Yeah, it seems like around here for wood ducks. I mean, just thinking about it, I would think that that it'd be good to find ducks. Coming to water that was low, and thinking about swamps. Up there with Trey and I used to hunt at our mine of Daryl's aunts and his grandparents. That swamp back there, when there was a lot of water and the Mill Pond Dam was up and the water level was high, it was a little harder to get on them. But when that water level was down, they were a little more concentrated, and we never killed any more. We just had more shots. We had more opportunities, but we didn't hit anymore.
That's what I think too. Lower water level, they'll congregate in one area more.
Yeah. I mean, you can funnel them down to certain areas. When you got a big wide open area, they're gonna spread out.
Yeah, a lot of people flood, build places to flood just for duck hunting. Piedmont National Wildlife Refuge has some up there, and they actually flood like cornfields or millet or whatever they plant up there. And that's another way. I know they do that in Louisiana too.
Yeah, there's some people do it around here.
Are they?
Oh yeah, definitely on these plantations. When we went to the youth duck hunt in Alabama last year in January, we went over there and there was I'd say probably it was a huge green field, rye field. Probably 200 acres, and right smack dab in the middle, they took a bulldozer and they basically cut out a low area, like a pond almost, and they planted corn in it, and then they took the irrigation pump and they flooded it with water. And I'm telling you, I've never seen so many ducks come in. It was youth only. The adults couldn't shoot, but there were 13 kids out there. Matter of fact, you probably have seen the picture on our Facebook page at times or something, but I'm not kidding, man. The sky was, I thought it was blackbirds coming in that morning, and they were, it was unbelievable. And the kids shot till they couldn't shoot, and then when the ducks stopped flying, they picked up the few ducks that they hit, and we went back up there, and the guy said, man, I don't know what was on, they just weren't flying this morning. And I said, what? I said, you gotta be kidding me. And he goes, no, dude. He goes, I'm serious. He goes, there's been a lot more ducks in here than this. I couldn't imagine it, man. If all them ducks would have had the opportunity to land in that flooded corn, it was probably a 2 acre, 3 acre maybe pool of water that we surrounded. And if they all would have landed in there, you wouldn't have been able to see the water for the ducks. That's how many it appeared to be coming in there.
But that was a bad day.
And that was a bad day. They weren't flying.
Sounds like a good day to me.
But I believe I could have limited out on ducks if I would have been able to shoot.
I went one time probably 15 years ago down to the Flatwoods down there. Had a good friend of mine down there. He called and he said, man, we got ducks coming in a pond, and it's out in the middle, these clear-cut areas and all. Said they've been coming in there for about 3 weeks now, and every day. He said, man, there's just, seems like hundreds of ducks. We're going to ease in there and shoot them. So I said, yeah, man, I'm in. We got down there. It was cold. Waded up in that pond that morning, And I mean, when we got time for ducks to fly, here they come, buddy, and we limited out on ducks. I mean, just like that. But 30 minutes later, it was over. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
especially if you're shooting wood ducks. I mean,
yeah,
15, 20 minutes, you're done.
And it was done, and we, you know, we were happy. We all come out of there, and it went. There was this real old guy down there. He was my ex's grandfather, and we made plans to go back that afternoon, you know, to hunt again. And he was down there. He's an old timer, lived down there all his life in the Flatwoods, down around Needmore. He said, boys, he said, there ain't no need in going back this afternoon. I said, why not? I said, there's ducks everywhere, you know, that we didn't kill. He said, no. He said, what you don't understand is the ducks that were coming and heard them shots won't be back.
And they're going to go tell the other ducks, man, whatever you do not fly over there to that pond. You are going to get shot at.
I said, man, you
they
crazy.
Communicate.
I said, that good as they've been coming in here, we went back. You know, 3 ducks come in that afternoon. That man was right.
Yep.
He was smart. And we wasted our time.
Yeah. They went back and said, man, whatever you do, don't go over there to Eccles County to that pond and that clear cut, because if you do, the feathers are going to fly off your rear end. I'm telling you right now, don't go over there.
There's a lot to duck hunting, though. Even placing decoy spreads, you hunt with the wind.
Yeah, you got to hunt the wind and the sun.
I didn't know that. And the sun?
Yep. You better to hunt with the sun to your back.
Why?
Ducks can't see you as good. Sun's in the eyes. They don't wear sunglasses.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah, and then the decoy spread, you know, the T3 tip of the day yesterday went over the decoy spread. You got to have a landing zone in your decoy spread. If you just go out there and put 20 decoys in a bunch, the ducks don't tend to come into them as well. But if you take them and spread them out a little bit and make little pockets for them to land in, you'll be better off. I didn't know that until I read the tip, so that's good. But you know they give there's flyways, different flyways in the United States for migratory ducks. You know, you got your central flyway, which is reported actually out of Colorado, and that report. You know, I'm not going to read all the report, but it's talking about the unseasonably mild, warm weather. But in the last couple of weeks, the cold weather's moved in, has got the ducks, you know, flying a lot better. I guess they realized, man, I got to get out of here. It's starting to get cold. Got to fly south for the winter. Water conditions, you know, water levels remain low across much of the region, but where there is water with good sources of food nearby, hunting's pretty good. That's what happens when the water recedes, you know, the acorns and stuff that are dropping on the edges of the water in the swamps. That provides the food source for the ducks. And when that water recedes out into the big water, there's just water there, and there's no food source, no reason for the ducks to be there. That's what's ultimately driving a duck is food, just like any other critter. They got to eat to stay alive. So when you find where they're feeding, that's where you're going to have your success. And big water ducks, you know, like in the Altamaha wildlife management area over here on the coast, that's what they're after, is acorns that drop it in the side of the sloughs and the rivers and stuff like that. And I guess they probably do pull up and rest every now and then, but I think it's more that you're hunting a hungry duck than a tired duck most of the time.
One thing that I found also that helps with, you know, success with us is to hunt near rivers.
Yeah.
Hunt ponds and swamps and sloughs off the rivers, because the ducks are going to fly them rivers to the coast. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're migrating to the coast.
And they feed in them rivers too.
Do you use a duck call a lot?
I do some. It depends on the day.
Probably depend on where you're hunting too.
Yeah.
If you're hunting a flooded swamp area, you know, you really got to let the ducks know you're there more than you do if you're hunting a big open pond, I would think.
It depends on what kind of ducks you're hunting.
Yeah, I don't think wood ducks. I don't think you call wood ducks too well, do you?
Some. I mean, you do some.
Mallards you call
aggressively. Teals, pintails.
Yeah. Good deal.
I need to get educated about duck hunting. I just gonna have to go. You know, Jody Hewitt called in yesterday from our taxidermist there and
Artistic Wildlife
Creations, and he was going duck hunting. We need to get him in here one morning and talk about duck hunting too, because I know he goes probably practically every day during the season, and he'd be a good one to hook up with to go turkey hunting. I know they kill some. He's got the mojo. I'm duck hunting. He goes. He's got the mojo decoys.
Yeah.
He uses. Ryan was telling me he went the other day with him, and he'd never used a mojo decoy, and he said that is the way to go.
I got a couple of them.
Do you?
I know they work on the dove field. I can guarantee you that mojo, man. I was on a dove shoot the one you always hooked me up on, Daryl, over there last year, I believe it was. Well, not this past season, but the season before. And there was a guy over there had one out, and it seemed like every dove he was the only one out there with one, and it seemed like every dove in the field eventually made its way over to that mojo. So they see them wings flapping, they can't stand it. They got to go.
Yeah, that brings up a good point. You remember dove hunting up there with Ron that time with that one. Boy, a decoy goes a long ways, and it's got to in duck hunting too.
Yeah, he just had a regular old dove decoy, and it was big. It seemed to me like it was an oversized one, but it was big, and every dove in the field. They were young birds too, though. The ones we were shooting were very small, first year birds, but everyone flocked right to that thing, and man, I'll just put it this way: he limited out very quickly, very quickly,
very quickly.
Yeah. And,
I had the opportunity to hunt with a guy in North Carolina one time, and when he brought this certain decoy out, it kind of blowed my mind. But it's a remote control decoy.
Remote control.
Yeah.
Well, okay, explain this. What you do? Swim around or something?
Yeah, you can drive it around in the water.
No, I was kidding.
It really does, like a boat.
I'm going duck hunting this weekend. I'm gonna get me a remote control duck.
And actually, I hunted with him the weekend before that, and we didn't have it. And we hunted the next weekend with it, and it actually brought more ducks in because it puts movement on the water. That's a big key to it.
That makes sense.
You got to have movement.
Huh. See, even I'm learning something.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking a break here in a minute. We'll talk a little more about it, but we'll get into some goose hunting. Some stories. We had a good episode on Hunting is Good TV this year of some nuisance geese, not gooses.
Geeses.
Meese. Is there like more than one moose? It's meese. Is that right? Or am I confused again?
I have no idea.
I don't either. But we're going to talk about a little goose hunt when we get back. You're listening to The Good Outdoors. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
You are a hunter. You probably hunt from a tree. If you do, you owe it to your family to use a safety harness. Hunter's Safety System has been providing hunters with a safe way to hunt for over 10 years. Many companies have created vests since, but Hunter's Safety System is still number one. There are styles that fit men, women, and children of all shapes and sizes. Do not climb a tree without vests and products from Hunter's Safety System. You get no second chance. Visit huntersafetysystem.com. Saving lives is what they do. Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200.
White Brothers Auto Supply is South Georgia's auto parts headquarters, located at 1106 West Hill Avenue in Valdosta, Georgia. White Brothers can cover the smallest auto part need, right up to a replacement engine or transmission. Serving Valdosta with an enormous auto parts inventory, you can rest assured that White Brothers has what you need. No matter if you're a do-it-yourselfer or an automotive professional, White Brothers has the right part at the right price. Stop by 1106 West Hill Avenue in Valdosta or call 229-244-8773 for all your auto part needs.
Hey guys, you want to win a free hunting or fishing trip?
Well, it's easy. Just like us on Facebook.
That's right. Like us on Facebook at The Good Outdoors with a Z. Each month we will draw a name on air and enter it in the grand prize drawing to be held December 21st, just in time for Christmas.
The winner will be announced on air and can have his or her choice of a hunting or fishing trip, all expenses paid.
And I hope you're not camera shy, because it just might be filmed for the Hunt is Good TV show.
Now remember, you have to like us on Facebook at The Good Outdoors.
With a Z.
That's right, The Good Outdoors with a Z.
Here we go again. Every time there's a food plot to be planted, Daryl's nowhere to be found. You see him, Ronnie?
He's probably in the truck eating a dang sandwich.
I'm sitting right here by this tree and they don't even see me.
Man, that Real Tree AP was designed to blend hunters with their surroundings, not hide them when it's time to work.
I'm so hidden the scooters can't even find me.
Okay, Daryl, come on. We got to get this stuff planted.
What's that? Hey, stop it.
Real Tree. It's so real, a coyote might pee on it.
Serves you right, you slacker.
Hey y'all, have you heard about Carter & Sons Produce? Farm fresh produce as always, plus the all-new Carter & Sons Butcher Shop is now open. Hand-cut meats, top-grade selections, plus all the fixings. It just doesn't get much better than that. Stop by today to pick up everything you need for your family's dinner table. And don't forget, find us on Facebook, Carter & Sons Produce and Butcher Shop, voted #1 in South Georgia for a reason. 1500A, South Patterson Street, Valdosta. Y'all come see us.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Hey, welcome back. Guess what? It's 5:15.
And we ain't floating.
The planets have aligned and we're still alive.
Shocker.
Yeah, I'm really surprised at that.
Yeah.
All my preparation, all my MRE food that I bought and everything. Wait a minute, I didn't buy any.
Yeah, you're all right. Don't worry.
I did good.
You forgot to go by and buy it, but you dodged the bullet.
Yeah,
we'll keep you posted when the next prediction goes down.
I think that's what 3 or 4 that we've lived through or something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the 1999. The world was going to end, and that the computers were going to crash because they couldn't change over to 2000. And the day after Christmas, we were all headed to Texas to go deer hunting. And I remember my ex-mother-in-law, boy, she was standing on her head so mad at me. How can you leave your family when all this is about to go down and this, that, and the other? And I said, Vivian, there's nothing going to happen. And it didn't, of course.
No, it didn't.
Common sense rules. But we were talking a little bit about duck and geese hunting. We did an episode last year, or it aired this year, and we sent Neil up there to Chicago, Illinois, inside the city limits of Chicago, to a nuisance goose hunt on some guys. They had some corn growing in there, and the geese were flocking in there, tearing it up, and they had permission to shoot and eradicate the geese. And you know what if the audience can picture this, a dumpster that you would see outside of a business, just like we got one here at Black Crow, big old dumpster that you dump your trash in. They come with the big truck and dump it once a week.
Wait a minute, I took a nap out there yesterday morning.
Yeah, that's the one you were.
Dumpster?
That's the dumpster. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
My God.
Yeah, it's the same one you woke up eating breakfast in. Anyway,
tell nobody that.
They hunted 3 days, 3 mornings, and as the geese came in, they filled up one of those things every morning of geese, and didn't dent the population. They shot and shot and shot and shot until they couldn't stand to shoot no more. Every day, all 3 days, filled one up with geese. The permit would not allow you to keep the geese.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and up there, the big thing that they do is they make sausage out of the geese. And that's one of the big things up there. They all understand and agree that you got to shoot the geese, but they can't understand why they don't at least allow you to donate the geese, to a food pantry or something. But it's mandatory that you destroy the geese and get rid of them. So they would fill those things up, and the farmer would take them, and they would take the geese over there, pile them up, and burn them. That's what they did with them.
Good grief!
That's absolutely terrible. But you can learn to shoot when you got that many targets coming in. They had a couple of kids out there. It's a great episode. You can go on www.huntingisgoodtv.com and scroll through the archive. I can't remember the episode number, but you can check it out. It's a pretty good time there. We put it on the tail end of I think a deer hunting episode, so you have to look and see where it's at. But it's pretty interesting.
Goose hunting is a big activity in some states, man.
Yeah, and I can remember, and I know you can too, when you could not see a goose in the state of Georgia. They were not here unless they were pets. And now they're everywhere. I mean, you can go out there to the football field out there at the boys club at Lake Laurie, and there's just flocks of them coming around the local ponds there, just honking and carrying on and using the bathroom everywhere. They become nuisances. Out there on Valdale Road, that new subdivision, Nelson Hill subdivision they're building, got a big nice lake out there. It's just geese everywhere out there. And there's a lot of them. Trey sees them up there at his place in the swamp flying around, and they're just everywhere. They used to not be here.
We got a bunch of them at the house. We got a couple ponds in the pecan orchard, and we have them come in there.
I remember when they first came around, and the first season came in, and I killed one. And was going to try to eat it, and
the
worst mistake I ever made.
We covered that yesterday. You can't eat a goose.
Eat them. Next one I ever cook, I'm gonna lay out on the concrete and beat the crap out of it for 30 minutes with a sledgehammer, and then cook it. See if I can get it a little more tender.
Yep, and then throw the goose away and eat the plate, and you'll be better off.
Something that's gonna sound very odd, but I had the opportunity a few years ago with a friend of mine. We got pulled for a quota for a swan.
A swan?
A tundra swan.
Here in Georgia?
North Carolina. And actually, that was the best meat I've ever ate in my life.
Really?
It's I've heard that. I've had this, so I can speak from experience, and this is something I can tell you. Sandhill crane is by far the best bird that you will ever eat. There ain't no doubt about it. It's called ribeye in the sky. But a sandhill crane is protected in Georgia, protected in Florida. There's only, I think, 4 states that have seasons. Texas, North Dakota, Minnesota, and one more, I think, maybe. Double check that before you go hunting. But sandhill crane, the big old tall 6-foot bird with skinny legs and just a real small body. But we were down in Florida, and the guy had some sandhill crane. I'm assuming he shot it legally somewhere and brought it in. I don't know. He could have poached it for all I know. I hope he didn't. But it is a federally protected species in the state of Florida, or state protected species. But he cut it up. We actually had deer meat and that at the same time, and you couldn't tell the difference. The way he cut it up and fried it up, it looked the same. He said, "Here, try this right here," and I bit into it. Man, it was unbelievable. There's no way I can describe it.
That's funny.
And he told me what it was, and I love deer meat, especially cooked with onions, fried up with flour and little chunks like he did it. I didn't touch the deer meat. I ate sandhill crane. It's unbelievable, man. It's called ribeye in the sky, and it does not taste anything like bird. I mean, nothing. It tastes like beef. It tastes like venison. It's a red meat. It's not what you would think of being a fowl. You would think you're eating beef, and unbelievably good.
That swan that we got, we cooked it like a roast, actually, and it was so tender you could eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, that's good. It's all in the preparation.
Did you research how to cook it, or did you just try?
We researched it. A little bit of zesty Italian dressing. Cook it like a roast.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, zesty Italian dressing. A lot of people use that. That is good stuff there.
I just got to take your word for it, because I hadn't ever ate no sandhill crane, no swan, no nothing like that.
You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah.
It's a delicacy.
That might be why I've never ate it. I'm too poor to eat a delicacy.
Well, you can't buy it.
Talked about.
You can't buy it. You got to shoot it. So it's just one of those things that you don't eat very often, and you just love it when you do. Kind of like homemade pizza, Yeah. My wife will make a homemade pizza, and it is unbelievably off the chain, but I can't get her to do it but about once a year.
Well, I don't know about that.
Homemade
pizza?
Homemade pizza?
You can't beat Pizza Hut, man. What's wrong with y'all?
You can beat Pizza Hut. You can beat it at Marco's Pizza.
Well, Marco's Pizza, that's a good one. I wonder why you looked at me crazy.
Yeah.
Can we rewind that? Let's play this over for a minute.
229-253-0995 is the number. I tell you, I'm proud of the Good Outdoors Nation. We shined bright on the Coretta's Christmas drive. We went around yesterday gathering up the gifts. Got over $700 in cash. Several Christmas gifts for the kids, and Teresa reported on her Facebook page. I think Daryl's working on reposting it if he hadn't already on ours. We met our goal thanks to the generosity of some mighty fine people. Now, I don't know that they want their names called out, but you know who you are, and we appreciate the participation. I know Bulldog C. Hall brought in some gifts. He and his wife Tina donated, and several, not just one or two. They brought in several, and we appreciate that, Bulldog and Tina. Y'all really rose to the occasion. I know some people that donated cash. We appreciate that. I tell you, it's a humbling thing. We got started late in that, in that drive, and we had a lofty goal to make sure that 48 children that were victims, that their families was victims of the HIV virus, and not that the children had the HIV, but it's a very controversial subject here. And what we strive here on the Good Outdoors is to put the focus on the kids, and that's where it is on this particular charity. The parents, tragically enough, are affected by the HIV virus through certain circumstances, and those circumstances are arguable. You know, you can debate them all day long, but there's one thing you cannot debate is the innocence of the child that had absolutely nothing to do with it, but yet might wake up on Christmas morning without a gift from Santa Claus. Well, guess what? Thanks to the Good Outdoors and the efforts of Teresa Ritz and Dale Ritz and the people up there, those children are covered. And I mean, it's an absolutely wonderful feeling that we made a difference. And everybody that donated or even just thought and prayed about those children, you owe yourself a pat on the back.
That's right. The Good Outdoors Nation has shined once again. Yep. And we just can't say enough, guys, for thanking y'all for helping with this.
Imagine what we can do next year.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get out ahead of the curve, and we'll embrace that charity. We're going to help again. And
we're just getting started.
Great cause. Yeah, we're just getting started, man. We're gonna make a footprint on the society. Me and Darryl talked on the phone yesterday, got all sappy about, when we pass this earth, we want to leave a mark that, when they're talking about us at our funeral, if we don't fly off the earth, sometime in the future. But if I do have a funeral, I want everybody to say, he did a lot of good. That's what I want them to say. Mm-hmm. Did a lot of good.
He made a difference. He did a lot of good. He tried. He did something with his life.
Yep.
That's what I'm after. I want people to respect me for what I did in the community and to help other people. And that's what the Good Outdoors is all about, is children.
Exactly.
Getting children outdoors and trying to make a difference. That's right. That's all I want to do is help try to make a difference and get a kid outdoors.
Yep.
Get them away from the video games, man, because the outdoors is special.
Yeah,
and it's addictive.
Right. I was just sitting there thinking about my funeral. I know there's going to be a lot of women there that's going to miss me, crying and carrying on. But I want a lot of kids to miss me. You know what I mean? Mr. Steve, he used to take me hunting and camping and horseshoe throwing and all.
Mr. Steve, he sure could tell a tall tale.
I don't want a lot of women there all broke up and their mascara running all down their faces about it.
Ain't no women going to care. Guess what happens when we come back?
Contest. Yep. Check us out, 3 minutes. Be right back.
Fisherman's Paradise. The mention of the name makes me want to get out on the water. Fisherman's Paradise at 2031 Bemis Road, Valdosta, has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 12 years. A huge selection of rods by Shimano, reels, fishing line, lures, you name it. I counted over 600 different types of Zoom plastic worms alone. They got Culprit, Assassin Salt, Berkeley Gulp, Reaction, and on and on. They got topwater, crankbait, spinners, and one of my favorites, the rattle trap. From hooks to corks and sinkers to minnows, shiners, and live worms, Fisherman's Paradise can send you to the lake, pond, or river with total confidence. Dave and Judy Leonard want to thank everyone from Bainbridge to Nahunta, from Perry, Georgia to Perry, Florida, and everywhere in between for making them the fisherman's choice. If personal, knowledgeable, one-on-one attention is what you need, stop by Fisherman's Paradise at 2031 Bemis Road, Valdosta. I promise you this, the fish will hate you for it. That's Fisherman's Paradise, proud sponsor of the Good Outdoors.
Steve, what's wrong? Why are you crying?
Man, I've been unfaithful. I found someone else.
Dude, what were you thinking? Does she know?
What? Not on my wife, you knucklehead.
Then what are you talking about?
I've eaten the same pizza for years, but I went to Marco's Pizza a few weeks back, and when I crave pizza, it's Marco's at 4320 Kings Way behind Cass Perch and Pipkin Motors.
Man, I've been hitting that place from day one. Pizzas, wings, cheesy breads, salads, sandwiches, it's all incredibly delicious.
It sure is, and have you tried those Marco's chicken dippers? Oh my gosh, are those things out of this world.
They have specials every day, and what a great place for the family.
Marco's is the place to be for food, and my personal favorite is I get to watch SpongeBob on the TVs located right there on the table.
Visit Marco's Pizza on Kings Way in Valdosta today. Hot delivery and quick carryout also available.
That's Marco's Authentic Italian Pizza.
Give them a call at 229-245-9595. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment, and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to The Good Outdoors radio show here. Man, it's Friday. This segment here is brought to you by Fisherman's Paradise, which brings up another good thing. Go by Fisherman's Paradise today or early tomorrow. Isn't the drawing tomorrow, Steve?
The drawing is tomorrow, so you got from now till about 2. Well, I think the drawing's at 2, so you got about now to about 159. Yeah,
get by there. Tell them you heard it on The Good Outdoors. Is the only way you can be entered in this $100 shopping spree drawing at Fisherman's Paradise. You've got to get by there. Tell Mr. Dave or Miss Judy, say, I heard it on The Good Outdoors. They'll give you this card or something to put in this box. It's the only way you're going to be able to enter it. That's $100 worth of Christmas gifts you can buy people. I wish I could win it. I'd go by there and I'd buy myself $100 worth of stuff. So I go fishing with a bulldog.
That's right. And you don't have to be present at the drawing, but you do have to fill the card out, and they'll put your phone number on. They'll give you a call and tell you to come in and claim your prize. It's a $100 shopping spree. That's a lot of fishing equipment there.
It sure is. I want to give a shout out this morning to our good friend Ronnie Colbert, buddy. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. I believe you're probably on your way up there now. I think you have to be there at 6. He's got to have a little surgery this morning and outpatient procedure. Hopefully, maybe he doesn't have to stay overnight. And get back home and have Christmas at home, buddy. We love you. We miss you. Take care.
I told him I could cut that wart off his hiney, but he wouldn't listen to it. He got to go let the doctor do it. I don't understand it. But
I don't either. Yeah. But we miss you, Ronnie, and get well soon. And give us a call here if you can. Our phone lines are open too. We're going to tell you all that again. 229-253-0995. And I'm not ready to do the drawing yet, are y'all?
No, we're going to keep you on suspense.
Linger around
we're going to keep you in suspense a little bit. We've been talking. There's a huge buck killed in Oklahoma here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a typical, I say huge, 187-inch deer.
Nice.
Shot about a week ago. Well, no, it's been about 2 weeks ago now. But it's huge because of the area it came out of. 187-inch deer don't come very often in the region he came in, and the guy used a trail camera. The reason I bring it up is he used a trail camera to scout it, and he devoted his season to hunting just that deer. We got a call coming in this morning on the Good Outdoors. Good morning, caller. You on the air?
Hey, you know that ain't nothing beats redneck way of doing things.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he don't want us to fix his whatever.
That's right. Us rednecks could do it real easy. Give him a bottle of liquor and a good sharp knife, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could make it happen.
I think we got enough people involved in the Good Outdoors that we could get it accomplished and not charge him near as much money.
Well, with 5,000 lights, we just about got enough people to hold him down.
Somebody's probably a doctor out there in the Good Outdoors Nation.
Yeah, I tell people anytime somebody tells me they want a tooth pull, I tell them, fine, get me a bottle of JD and a pair of pliers. We'll get it fixed up real good.
That's right. That's old school dental work right there. Hey, appreciate you calling this morning.
You're welcome.
All right, be careful.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, back in the old days, you think about that. They had to bite bullets while the doctor worked on them. There wasn't no anesthesia, dude. You just liquored yourself up and did the best you could. That was some tough people. Everybody wants to talk how tough they were. I used to argue with Daddy all the time. Man, people were tough back then. Yeah, but the average age of death was about 50. Now it's 70. So, I'll take modern medicine over biting a bullet any day.
Any day of the week.
And I don't blame you, Ronnie. If I had a wart like that, I'd go to the doctor and let them do it too. He's had so bad he's had to stand up. He ain't even been able to sit down for months. He has to sleep standing up like a darn horse. Terrible.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
We love you, Veronica.
His name's not Veronica yet.
Oh, not yet. It will be after the day. That's
this afternoon.
Right.
Takes a little bit of time.
Well, have we kept them in suspense long enough? We said yesterday we'd do it at about 5:35, so we're gonna have to pull it out, man. It's been fun thinking about it, and since yesterday we knew that we had the 4 names in the hat there, and we're just as excited as you guys are to see who's going. And I hope the 4 people are listening. You don't have to be listening to win. We're gonna post it on Facebook, but if you are listening this morning and you hear your name called, please give us a call at 229-253-0995 and tell us if you've thought about it, where you want to go. And we'll get on it and start lining that up. So without further ado, Daryl's going to announce the 4 names, and then he's going to pull it out of the hat, and we'll let him tell you who it is.
I've got 4 names right here: Dusty Nolan, Melissa Swain, Amanda Taylor, and Josh Hay. And I've got them all in a bag. I put them in a bag right here. I've got and Matt helped me cut them up this morning. I'm going to reach in here and get one of them out.
You didn't cut your hand while you were doing that, did you?
He cut them up.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
You're not good with a knife.
No, I'm not good with a knife, so I had him cut them up. All right, let's see who we got here.
All right, man. Here, who is it? Who's going?
The winner, drum roll, please. Amanda Taylor.
Amanda Taylor.
Hey, good deal. Way to go, Amanda. Hey, she's the one that listens. I think she's about 13 years old, and I think her daddy gets her up and listens every day.
Fantastic, Amanda! You did it. You did it.
If you're listening, Amanda, give us a call. You have won the free hunting or fishing trip next year to wherever you want to go and whatever you want to do. Give us a call, 229-253-0995.
I think she's the one that said that she had never killed a deer.
I think so, and I think she said she wanted to go with her dad. If I don't know, get.
Oh yeah, her dad. Her dad's gonna have to go with her. There's no doubt about that, and we'll make that happen.
Congratulations, Amanda.
Yeah, that is awesome. I think she lived in Cook County, didn't she?
I believe she did. I'm not sure. Maybe she'll call in or post on Facebook here. I'll put it up on Facebook that she won. But again, congratulations. I'm looking forward to it. You know, and I always look forward to getting in the outdoors, but especially with a young person's.
No doubt about it. We're going to immediately start thinking of the new contest for 2013. We may do something similar. If you've got a suggestion on what kind of contest or what you'd like to do or anything, go to our Facebook page at the Good Outdoors with a Z on Facebook and put on there what you'd like to see us do. What kind of giveaway. We're gonna. I tell you one thing. It's just our style to one up ourselves. So whatever we did this year with this contest, next year's going to be bigger.
That's right. Gonna be
I can see all kind of stuff, all kind of prizes. We'll give away a hunting or fishing trip and a prize package to go along with it. Maybe a new rod and reel or a new gun, or we'll get some of our sponsors on the TV side to donate some equipment. We'll get some of our local sponsors. We'll put together the mother of all prize packages. And we got a call coming in. One. Good morning, caller.
We lost them. Call back, please, 229-253-0995.
That's right. We'll put together a monster prize package and get everybody excited and come up with creative ways to enter it. So the T3 tip of the day today is make sure you enter any contest that the Good Outdoors puts on.
That's right.
Speaking of T3, I went by there yesterday. I was going to tell Judd to come in one day and talk about some guns. We'll get back to that in a second. We got a call coming back in. Good morning, caller. You're listening to the Good Outdoors. Who am I talking to?
This would be Mr. Ronnie Colbert. How you doing?
What's up, Ronnie?
Veronica in the house. I hear you, man.
You're under the big knife. I just want to call in and say congratulations, Amanda.
That's right, buddy.
Amanda pulled it home. There ain't no doubt about it. I'm excited to find out what she's going to do, and we'll get her out there and see what she can do to.
Maybe you want to do fried chicken and Fonto or something exciting like that, right?
That's right. That's right. How are you getting to the hospital this morning? You standing up in the back of the truck while Angie drives?
Yeah. I got my ski rope and everything.
Good deal. Well, I hope they get that water off your hiney, buddy. I know it's been giving you a lot of trouble.
I do too. I feel a lot better than waking up with one, I'm telling you.
I hear you.
Guys, I just want to give y'all a shout out. I'm kind of in a rush to jump on up in here, and I'm not in a rush, but they're in a rush for me.
All right, brother. Well, stay safe. We love you. We'll miss you, and tell Angie to keep us informed, please.
Well, we'll do it, and I love you guys. Love all you guys out there in the Good Outdoors Nation. See y'all later.
All right, buddy. Be careful,
buddy. Bye-bye. Hey, you know what? That leads me right up to this.
Segue. Go ahead.
The absent nut.
The flat washer weather report this morning.
Yeah, it's 44 degrees right now outside with a wind from the west-northwest at 6 miles an hour. Today, your high is going to be 57 degrees. They're calling for a low of 30 degrees tonight. This is the first time it's been freezing, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be it'll be a chilly night.
And a high of 61 tomorrow with a low of 32. But the winds today are going to be 16 miles an hour. High of 61 tomorrow with the winds at 10 miles an hour. But it's plenty of sunshine today and tomorrow. Your weekend's looking fairly nice. You know, highs in the mid to low 60s and lows anywhere from 30 to 40 degrees. That's pretty good.
Yep. Brought to you by Powerhouse Outdoor Equipment.
Powerhouse Outdoor Equipment. Had some rain yesterday come through. We needed that. Got more rain chance next week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 30, 40, and 60%. So looking pretty good. Matt, you going to deer hunt this weekend?
We got a call.
Yep, we got a call coming in.
Good morning, caller. You on the Good Outdoors. Who we're talking to?
Hey, it's old Carl Deaton. How y'all doing this morning?
Carl, what's up, buddy?
Oh, man, I'm getting ready. Like weather forecast you just give. I'm thinking about crawling back underneath the covers.
Don't blame me, Carl.
I got to go out on Kinderloo today and climb up on a big old steep roof, man. That's going to be rough.
Oh, man, yeah, that wind's blowing pretty hard out there this morning, so be careful. Be careful. Yeah.
Y'all was talking about that girl called in and talking about that tooth puller. It reminded me of something happened to me and my daddy years ago. He was a big old bourbon drinker, you know, and one day he said, boy, my tooth's killing me. This thing's got to come out. I said, you going to pull it? And I said, do what? And he said, yeah, you going to pull it? And I said, I can't do that. He said, yeah, you can. So he got his old chair, and he sat out there about 8 or 10 feet from the door, and he took a time, and he tied a little string around his doggone tooth, you know, and he tied it to the doorknob and had about 3-4 foot of slack, and I had the door open, you know. He said, you just slam that old door. And I did, and I'm not lying. It took 2 tries before it come out. That killed him.
Good night. God, I can't imagine. I hope he got the right tooth. That'd be the next.
Yeah, he did, but that first one about killed him because the thing slipped off, and the man, it about drove him out of his mind then.
Be my luck, I'd get it about halfway out, and it'd be killing me. You'd be at the point of no return. You'd have to get it on out of there then, you know.
But I had another old friend of mine, and I'll let you go, but he's another old rough, tough old guy. One day I was in the restaurant, and he come in that morning to eat breakfast, you know, and he sat there and he said, you ain't going to believe what happened to me over the weekend. I said, what? He said, I had to pull my tooth. I said, oh, my Lord. And he said, yeah. He said, I got up Saturday morning and said that thing was killing me. And Dennis is always, his tooth hurts you on the weekend when Dennis is closed. He says, man, he said, that thing was killing me. I didn't know what I was going to do. He said, so finally I just got me a whole bunch of beers, started just chugging beers down. He said, when I got about right, he said, I went there to open my mouth in front of the mirror, and I reached back in there with my finger and said, oh, that's the right one. So I got a pair of pliers and went in there and just pulled it out. He said, man, it's still killing me. Anyway, the third try, he finally got the right
one. Appreciate you calling in, Carl. We got to take a break.
All right,
be careful out there.
Have a good one.
All right,
thank you now.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Good Outdoors.
Hey, Dad?
Yes, Dawson?
Is there a limit on how many clay pigeons you can shoot?
Well, son, you really don't kill a clay pigeon since it's not alive to begin with.
Is there a limit on how many skeets you can shoot?
No, Dawson, there is not a limit. Usually here at Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail, we just see how many we can hit. And they are not called skeet, but I will explain that later.
Well, it wouldn't really matter if there was a limit for you.
Dawson, just because I run Southwind doesn't mean I shoot all the time.
That's not what I mean, Dad.
But what do you mean, Dawson?
If there was a limit, you wouldn't ever be in danger of going over it.
Are you saying I'm a bad shot?
Maybe you just need more practice.
Come see us today at Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river in Brooks County, or visit our website at southwindclaysandquail.com for more information on quail hunts or rifle and pistol range or sporting clays.
All right,
you missed again, Dad.
Okay, son, let's keep moving.
Everyone knows that Eagle Auto Repair in Lake Park, Georgia is the best place to get your vehicle back in shape and keep it there. But did you know they are also a certified U-Haul provider? That's right. If you are moving somewhere or pulling a car or truck and need help, Eagle Auto Repair can hook you up. No matter if it's local or long distance, we've got you covered. Might as well leave your car for service while you move. That's multitasking. Eagle Auto Repair, 321 Lakes Boulevard in beautiful Lake Park, Georgia. Stop by or give Ronnie a call at 229-559-1999.
You did it. You bagged that trophy of a lifetime. So who you going to trust to recreate that memory? Jody Hewitt at Artistic Wildlife is the man to call. With years of experience and an attention to detail that is unmatched, Artistic Wildlife is the taxidermist for deer, turkey, ducks, fish, and even a dadgum godforsaken rattlesnake, if you're one of those crazy folks. Details on Jody's brand new Artistic Wildlife studio in Adel, Georgia will be coming soon. Give Jody a call at 229-560-3062 or visit his website at artistic-wildlife.com.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. This is our wrap-up segment brought to you by Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail. Southwind on Highway 84, the Whitman Highway is what I always call it. Just past the river on the right, you'll see the sign. Pull up in there and go see John Peak. And he's got sporting clays and quail out there. He's got a clubhouse for parties. He's got quail hunting with some of the finest bird dogs you'll ever see in South Georgia or anywhere. But go out there and see him, and he'll hook you up with the time of your life. It's right here, not far, very reasonable, and lots to do out there. It's a good way to get out in the great outdoors and enjoy things. But I was just reading here on the Realtree Outdoors site. There was December 20th. There was a wolf attack, and which is very interesting. It's very rare, but wolf attack occurred on an Alaskan trapper. He was driving a snowmobile with his dad. This gentleman, Lance Grangard, was 30 years old. He was riding a snowmobile working a trap line with his father when he caught a glimpse of something out of his eye to the left. He saw that it was a black wolf charging him. He had just enough time to put his left arm up to kind of deflect it. He received pretty much superficial scratches on his arm thanks to the thick clothes he was wearing and all that, but the wolf gave up without much of a battle. But it was that never happens. A wolf never attacks someone on a snowmobile, so that's that's a hard thing to imagine, a big old wolf come after you. Most people in South Georgia have never been around a wolf other than seeing them on TV, and the first thing, if you ever see one in real life, the first words out of your mouth when you see him is, "I can't believe how big that thing is."
They are huge.
They're twice as big as a coyote. I mean, a wolf, 100-pound wolf is just a common thing. I mean, you get them up around 130, 140 pounds, and they're huge, man. They're absolutely huge, and they can take down a full-grown elk, with not much problem. But it's scary to hunt around wolves. I'm glad we don't have them. Coyotes are scared to death of people down here, and there are instances where I've heard coyotes, maybe not attacking. I don't know that I've ever heard of anybody being attacked. Just stalked and attacked by a coyote. They usually break their neck getting away from you like a bobcat or a fox will. So thank God we don't have wolfuses around here. Congratulations to Amanda for winning our contest. I'm interested to see where she wants to go. So Daryl's getting all that posted up on Facebook, and we'll keep y'all informed of where she's wanting to go. We'll get it planned out. We're going to film it for Hunting is Good TV, and it's going to be a fun trip. I can't wait to go.
Yeah, she's 13 years old from Adel, and she's liked the Good Outdoors for a while now, and she's in school. That's the reason she's not up listening this morning. She slept in, I'm sure, because school's out today.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We'll give her a pass.
We'll give her a pass on that one. I'm sending her a message now letting her know that she won. and tell her to call me, and we'll go over the details today, and I'll get back with you. And I'm sure she's going to be happy. She'll check the Good Outdoors when she gets up because she posts on here quite regular, too.
That's right. Yeah, she
got a call coming in? Let's take it right quick. Good morning, caller. You on the air?
Hey, man. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. I seen something so funny yesterday, and I had to save the two wild turkeys. They were somehow they got into somebody's yard. They were in the yard. They were one big male, one big hen. They got into a dang yard, and his yard was full of chickens and dang biddies.
Oh man!
And these two hens had these dang turkeys pinned into the corner of the house, and they were tearing these turkeys up.
They were fighting for their turf.
They were protecting their biddies, and these turkeys were plumb bleeding.
Really?
These hens eat these turkeys up.
Man, that would
I run the hens off, and the turkeys about to kill me getting out of the yard. They say, "We got to get away from this place."
Yeah, they had to have some relief. Them old hens. You heard that term, mattering the setting hen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where that comes from. They're going to protect them biddies.
I mean, they were beating them with their wings and had their feet all up in their eyes. They were just beating the tar out of them. It was so funny to me.
Yeah, them
turkeys are about 3 or 4 times the size of them hens.
Yeah.
And them hens are tearing them. Now, that's what you call protecting your kids.
That's right. That's been a good video to watch. But I bet them turkeys won't come back in that yard, will they?
No, I think I broke them from that yard. It's pretty much over with for them.
Yes, sir. That's funny.
But y'all have a good Christmas, man, and I like what y'all doing and everything like that, and let's keep up the good work.
Appreciate it,
man.
Thank
Merry
you, man.
Christmas to you, too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I tell you what, old hen, man, she's going to protect them biddies. You don't get too close to them.
I read in the paper yesterday somewhere in Georgia that a police officer had to shoot a turkey because she got on the front porch and would not leave. I got another call. Let's take it right quick. Good morning, caller. You on the air?
Yes, sir. I'd like to pass along a traffic accident.
Okay, let's hear it.
75 south at the 117. Got a big truck laid over in 2 lanes.
Oh, my goodness.
And
I know there's a lot of folks headed south, so they may be listening.
And that's mile marker 117?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We appreciate the update, and we'll put that out there.
All right. Then you got the rattle trap here. I
rattle trap.
Yes, sir. I drive back and forth to Valdosta from Atlanta. So.
That's right. We remember you. Appreciate you listening this morning, man. Appreciate the traffic report.
All right. I'll be y'all's traffic reporter.
Okay.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
That'll work.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, old rattle trap. 75 south, mile marker 117. If you're headed south, there's 2 lanes blocked right there. Probably all 3, I would imagine, so y'all be careful. I don't know what in the world's going on up in there. They got some Christmas music playing. You can hear it in the background. But the policeman had to shoot the turkey to get it off the daggum porch. You know, that was funny. I
turkeys, man, they got some weapons. You know, turkey hunters know what I'm talking about when I say hooks, but they got spurs on their legs just above their feet that are sharp, can get up to about 2 inches long, and literally are pointy and will jab you. So if they were to have the mind to get up, and I did have this happen to me. I shot a turkey, wounded it, took for granted it wasn't going to do nothing, tried to pick it up by the legs, and that thing ate me up. I don't know if Daryl remembers that down there in Clyateville, but that joker just scratched me up, and I won't do that again. That's one of those lessons you learn, and it don't take a rocket scientist to know that you don't pick a wounded turkey up. So
no, sir.
Benefit from my carelessness, and take my word for it. If he's still wiggling, let him either die or shoot him again. So
Matt's got a good turkey hunting place. Me and him's going to go this year. He don't turkey hunt, but he's going to start. He may not know that, though, by the way. He's going to start turkey hunting.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he'll start. Most everybody that ever goes the first time,
he's going to start because he's going to carry me.
Yeah. Well, the reason I like to go, and I'm not ate up with the turkey hunting bug, but it's hunting, you know, so it's something to extend your hunting season. You know, you got not many things you can hunt during the spring of the year. Turkeys is one of them. Hogs would be the other. You know, maybe some predators, but it's just another chance to get out in the woods and enjoy the good outdoors, enjoy the fellowship, taking people, and it's pretty nerve-wracking when you start calling. You got that big gobbler, you know, thunder chicken they call them. They gobbling out there and coming to you and working their way in. It'll get your blood boiling. But
yeah, it will.
If the jokers had antlers, I'd sure enough be tore up about it and be hooked on it. But that's where it stops me short there. I love going, but I'd rather be on the filming end of a turkey hunt and watch the reaction of the other person that gets so excited. And I've filmed my cousin Trey. He's probably shot, I don't know, he's shot dozens and dozens of them, but man, he gets ate up with turkey fever when they come in, and I've got video of his barrel just jumping. He's so nervous. He just absolutely enjoys it, and I just can't get over the fact once you shoot it and you go out there and pick it up, it still looks like a souped up buzzard, so I just don't I don't identify with it, but that's, hey.
Let me tell you what's going on Facebook. I put up there to congratulations to Amanda Taylor. Dusty Nolan, one of the qualifiers.
Yeah.
He chimed in and said, way to go, Melissa.
Awesome.
Way to go.
Awesome.
Josh sent me a message. He's congratulating her. So, man, that is awesome. And when she wakes up, she is going to be in for a treat.
Yeah, but I can tell you this. I believe I know from comments Melissa Swain's made, I bet secretly under her breath she's going, son of a... I know she wanted to win.
I guarantee you she wanted to go, didn't she?
I know she wanted. I wish we could take everybody.
I do too.
And maybe next year's contest we'll expand it a little bit where we can figure out how to take a group to do something. It's a little harder to get the logistics down on a trip for multiple people, when you're dealing with outfitters and people like that. But I don't know. Maybe we'll give away 2 different things next year. We can do a charter fishing trip where we can take 4 to 6 people.
Yeah.
Have a good thing right there. Qualify people to take on that, and maybe I can work something out with one of the outfitters to bring in a group. I don't know. That's a little harder to do on the big game side of it. But we appreciate everybody listening this morning. We're going to get on out of here and make way for Jim Morgan in the morning here on 99.5 Kicks Country. We appreciate it, and it sounded like you had it rocking over there. I don't know what you had going on, but it was loud.
It'll make your day.
All righty. Well, y'all stay tuned right here, and we appreciate you coming in. And in honor of our big man Ronnie getting his surgery, Toodles.
Toodles.
I'm looking for an exit sign. Gotta get out of here, get it all off my mind. And like a memory from your grandpa's attic, a song comes slipping through the radio static, changing my mood. A little George Strait, 1982, and it makes me wanna take a back road. Makes me wanna take the long way home. Put a little gravel in my travel, unwind, unravel all night long. Makes me wanna grab my honey, tear down some two-lane country.